My predecessor failed the most basic of any duty a president owes the American people, a duty to care.
He should be saying, Crooked Joe, you're fired. Get out of here. You're fired. You're incompetent.
In a development that triggered a collective yawn from millions and a collective grimace from millions more, both Democrat Joe Biden and Republican Donald Trump locked up the presidential nominations of their respective parties. And so for the next 8 months, brace yourself for a heaping helping of the kind of basic rhetorical bluster you just heard. Panel, while both candidates have their devoted followers, for many this is a rematch conjured in hell and inflicted on a voting public who view both candidates as too old, too polarizing, and too ethically compromised, to put it gently. All right, I'm going to start with you, Tamara Bell. I mean, we got Biden versus Trump again.
I mean, look, I was at the poll, as you all know, at West Gray. And I was disturbed, that's the best way I could put it, at the lackluster on both sides.
Turnout. I'm
telling you, the turnout during the first 8 days of early voting was scary. I mean, it was nobody coming. The press was coming over there. They were like, I said, there's nobody coming. And then that Thursday, a little more people that Friday, but in comparison to past years, and I know it's voters, the empathy, they don't give a damn. Let's put it that way. The races that you would think they would get enthused about, they didn't even get enthused about those. And so this is really concerning to me where the country is heading, because the top of the ticket matters. Now, this guy told me at the poll, he said, now for you, he don't matter, but for us, Trump is our Obama. So people gonna show up, and they already know he got it. So that's why they don't care. They weren't worried about Gone with the Wind. They weren't worried about her. So let's hope it changes.
Sue, I want to ask you. I mean, you know, Bill King's not here, but we have two polarized parties with really, very vocal but minority bases. When I say minority, they're a minority of their own party. Driving this thing, they've got all the power because people in the middle seem to be left out.
Well, the turnout in the primary was very low. There weren't a lot of exciting races. I think we're in a position of one party is saying, oh, not that guy again, and the other party is saying, oh my God, not that guy again. And I really think what it'll come down to is, who can get again, when you say who's going to win the election, the one that gets the most votes.
There you go.
And the people that can turn out the most votes, that's who's going to win the election.
30 seconds, Bob.
Well, we've just witnessed the biggest case of voter suppression in U.S. history. The Democratic Party refused to allow a primary process to take place. They wouldn't allow any debates with the president. All of the candidates that wanted to run, that know Biden is vulnerable, didn't run because the Democratic Party said, don't do this. We're not going to allow it. And so it's no surprise that the Democratic turnout was low. The Republican turnout was a foregone conclusion at that point, despite a vigorous primary process. And now we have a rematch.
Trump did not debate?
Did not debate.
Go ahead, Gary.
Look, I think the person who's going to win this race is the person who doesn't lose it. Because I don't know how many right-thinking or left-thinking Americans like the choice. So they're going to vote for who is the better of the two evils. It reminds me, this campaign actually reminds me, if you watch wrestling.
Yeah.
You watch wrestling, that's what this is. This is a wrestling show.
Wow. Okay.